Stein, this group of good-looking people, then we're ready to get started. All right? My name is Kim Burke. I am the Dean of the School of Business at Meredith College, and it is my privilege to be here with you tonight. So let's start with what's most important, which is to say welcome, graduates and your families. We are so glad you're here despite the rain that tries to put us off. I am really excited to be the first to officially congratulate you on the successful completion of your MBA program. Woohoo! Come on. Let's not be that quiet group. Let's be that group that is really excited and wants everybody to know how happy we are to be here tonight, because I am with you. All right. So, sometime within the past 2 to 3 years for most of you, you all decided to take a risk and enroll in an MBA program to better yourself and to better your opportunities. Now, at the end of those 2 to 3 years, through some of my favorite characteristics, perseverance and perspicacity, and probably no little amount of perspiration here at the end, your risk has paid off, and you can now proudly claim your return. An advanced degree obtained from a world-class program right here in your backyard. Well done, graduates. Excellent. I do want to take a moment, and I think there are some others who have helped make your journey possible that we need to thank. I am not really talking about Google, Chrome, Excel, and perhaps no one in your faculty knows it. I'm not talking about those. I want to start, though, by talking a little bit, or taking a moment to thank those who paved the way by supporting your success, who are seated up here this evening. For your business faculty, those who are here with us tonight and those who couldn't be, I want to say, let's all give them a hearty thank you very much. Your family, your friends, and your loved ones who are here with you tonight, and some of them who couldn't be here with you tonight thanks to this god-awful rain. So, if you are a guest of one of our graduates tonight, please stand for just a moment and let us thank you for your care, support, and sacrifice, because we know it was there. Come on, give it up. In your graduate's success, and we are all very grateful for what you have done. Now, graduates, what I most want to say to you tonight, and it is always frightening to give, a microphone and a captive audience to a faculty member, but hey, I'm going to limit it to just a couple things that I want to say to you tonight, and that is that this celebration marks the end of the relationship you have had with the School of Business at Meredith as a student, and the beginning of a new relationship. As our graduate, soon to be our alum, you are one of us and we are yours to claim, all right? So no matter how far you travel or where your road may lead you, I urge you to stay diligently involved with us. Now I know every time I say that, somebody hears a call for financial support, and yes, I will make one of those, but that's not what I'm doing tonight, all right? So tonight I'm talking about being engaged and staying engaged with our programs and our future students. We are one of the smallest AACSB accredited business schools in the world, not just the nation, in the world. And we want to continue providing a world-class education without regard to our size and our resources. We are the little engine that could, right? And here's the thing, that magic does not happen without you. Right, without you as students and without you as alumni. So, tonight, I'm going to challenge you. Get ready to be a great alumni. Start by following us on social media and letting us know about your professional successes and accomplishments so that we can continue to celebrate as we do tonight as you continue to accomplish and succeed. Consider smoothing the road for a future MBA student by acting as his or her mentor. If you have the benefit of a great, fulfilling job, then work with another student down the line to find their great space. When we invite you to give us your feedback about our programs and our offerings, or to serve as a speaker or a member of our advisory board, participate. It's a great opportunity for you to reach out to the future generations and make sure that they have access to the same top-tier education that you did. So I challenge you, become our ambassador, our connection to business, and our advocate. You will be great at it, and we will love being able to continue the relationship. Now, returning to our reasons for being here tonight, I've heard it said that life is measured by the risks you take and the choices you make. So tonight, let's celebrate the risk you took to go back to school while juggling all the other aspects of your life, your family, your work, and your community. In the last couple of years in particular, you've had to pull on determination and resilience you probably did not know that you had. You have created a valuable network of friends and colleagues, those here and those here, and you have accomplished your goal to become more than you were. It's a really laudable thing to become more than you were. So take a really deep breath and let that accomplishment settle. Let yourself enjoy that and really experience it. Sometimes it's a little hard to go right from class to this ceremony in life. It doesn't feel like it's changed, but it has. All right, so deep breath, enjoy it. Then make that choice to enjoy your new relationship with the School of Business at Meredith College as an influential and involved alumnus. I promise you that too will be a choice you celebrate in the future. Now, in closing, important words for me to say, because again, captive audience microphone. Let me say on behalf of the faculty and staff of the School of Business at Meredith College, thank you. Thank you for trusting us with your graduate education. Thank you for enriching our classes. And thank you for sharing this part of your journey with us. Know that we are so proud of you, and we're delighted to celebrate your accomplishments here tonight. So when we get in a few minutes to that place where you're coming up on this stage, know that as much as your family is clapping and rooting with you and for you, we are too. We're so proud to have you as our students and now our alumni. Right? So thank you very much for being here with us tonight. All right, so I'm going to take just a moment and introduce our next speaker very briefly. You all know her. What you may not know is that our next speaker is the newly tenured Dr. Lisa DeLeese, who is a department chair without whom I would be absolutely lost. She is going to announce our Lois Frazier Award winner. Welcome, Dr. Lisa.
So it is now my pleasure and privilege to announce this year's MBA Lois Frazier Award winner. Each year, faculty choose the recipient of this prestigious award, which goes to the student who has demonstrated academic excellence, not just in grades, but also in classroom interactions and overall mastery of the MBA material concepts. So I'd like to tell you a little about this year's recipients. Other faculty have described this student as being a hard worker who goes above and beyond on all assigned tasks and is clearly very committed to their work. Several faculty members mentioned that this student is a standout as a team player who is highly cooperative. Our award recipient is a student that often related course content to real-life experience across a variety of classes and shared those experiences and insights with fellow students. This is a student who provides well-thought-out, well-reasoned responses. In strategic management specifically, it was noted that the student is able to see a problem in its totality and identify the main issues. The student's then able to look at the details of the main issues to articulate a solution. And that ability is likely to be common across a variety of courses. I can attest that that was the same in my own course. So our recipient is a student who has managed to excel in our MBA program while continuing to succeed in his career of transportation project design and construction delivery, providing engineering services to both public and private sectors. He views himself as a lifelong learner and just happened to go back to school while his children were also in college, including a daughter who just graduated from NC State today. And I think he'd also like me to recognize his, and I quote, wonderful and patient wife, Mimi. So, as some of you may have identified, in telling you about the recipient of our Lois Frazier Award, I've also just introduced the student speaker for tonight's hooding ceremony. This year's recipient is Shannon Schweitzer. So Shannon. So this is actually a surprise for Shannon. Not that he's giving the speech, but that he's getting the award. When I invited him to give the speech, I did not tell him that he was our award winner.
This is exciting. All right. I was not expecting that. I need to catch my breath here a little bit. But, can everybody hear me okay? Yeah. Great. All right. I'd like to start off by saying how honored I am to stand before the Meredith class of 2022, graduating class of MBA. Faculty and guests, to share some reflections of my MBA program and some suggestions for the future. I have to say thank you for this opportunity. I would also like to thank the faculty for creating a curriculum that challenged us to think critically and analyze problems from multiple perspectives. I, like many of you, found my experience in education gained within Meredith's MBA program to be extremely valuable and immediately transferable to my business career. I recall a particular lecture in MBA 610, Leadership and Communications, where Professor Alex Davis was discussing Brene Brown's book, Dare to Lead. I was surprised by not only the participation of the class of 20 plus students, but by their willingness to openly share their thoughts, ideas, and experiences. Brene writes about psychological safety, or the feeling of safety to express your thoughts, ideas, and opinions without fear of shame, blame, or retaliation. I have to say thank you to all the faculty for creating this safe environment, which welcomed and appreciated diversity of thoughts, ideas, and experiences. Many of us elected to attend Meredith's MBA program as a result of this personalized instruction and face-to-face interaction. I believe that Meredith's intimate MBA program and close working relationships between the faculty and students provides an atmosphere unmatched at any other local university. However, I wish I could say that the last 3 years was all butterflies and rainbows. But as is true for any epic storyline, characters have to face adversity and overcome obstacles before achieving today's happy ending. Our small but persistent obstacle was, of course, an unprecedented world pandemic which started in 2020. Students experienced Meredith College quickly instituting safety protocols, shifting to online classes, adapting teaching techniques to continue providing quality instruction. So we all flexed to synchronous online classes, persevered through 3-hour-long Zoom lectures, and conquered the lockdown browser quiz and test application. MBA graduates, I truly enjoyed seeing everyone's homes, your apartments, your family members, your cats and dogs, and I did not judge anyone for their dining selections during those long lectures. This COVID pandemic not only impacted our graduate program, but impacted all of us in our own personal way. As we are now on the cusp of putting the pandemic in the rearview mirror, and moving forward, I ponder the question, how will I describe the pandemic and my experiences during this time to the next generation? Throughout our MBA courses, we were taught about the need for companies to be nimble, flexible, and adaptable. Companies should not create rigidity in structure or get bogged down in process so they cannot react to the changing environment. As the pandemic unfolded, we saw some companies collapse, while yet other companies excel in some of the hardest hit industry sectors. Why is this? What set them apart? It is true that anyone can steer the ship when the seas are calm, and that true leadership is demonstrated in the most trying of times. 2022 MBA graduates, you are the leadership that will guide companies into the future. Just as the pandemic forced us to adapt and at times may have pushed us outside our comfort zone, I would challenge all the MBA graduates to embrace change and not fear. Change is all around us, each day and in every industry. Today's technological environment is driving change at a rapid pace. John Cotter, a Harvard professor and author, wrote, "A high rate of urgency does not imply ever-persistent panic, anxiety, or fear. It means a state in which complacency is virtually absent." Meredith has prepared us to be the change leader, the guiding force, and provide the strategy toward future success. In MBA 699, Integrated Strategic Management, we learned about vision statements, strategy execution, and the constant assessment of the business environment. I often boil these concepts down to three words: direction, alignment, and commitment, which I apply to both work and life. As we leave here today, I would encourage you all to know your direction, that aspiring dream or goal. Align your actions to make incremental steps towards these dreams, and have an unwavering commitment to move it forward, regardless of the obstacles and setbacks. We all have a finite time on this beautiful planet. Don't let the everyday Monday task move you away from your direction or that aspiring dream. So Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors, wrote, "Someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago." As we recognize those who have enabled us to reach today's achievements, let's commit to planting a tree for our future leaders. There's an African word, Ubuntu, which loosely defined is about human interconnectivity, community, human kindness, and a mutual caring for all. President Barack Obama spoke at Nelson Mandela's memorial saying, "Ubuntu is recognition that we all are bound together in ways invisible to the eye, that there is a oneness to humanity, that we achieve ourselves by sharing ourselves with others and caring for those around us." It is important for us to recognize those that have come before us and that have allowed us to be here today graduating with an MBA. To recognize our mentors and to recognize those that have provided us the invaluable tools to be an effective leader. So I end by saying, please give back. Be a presence in your community. Mentor those around you. And always see things not as they are in the present, but how and what they can be in the future. It'll make a difference in someone's life, just as you make a difference in my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon. That was lovely. Such a pleasure to be here today, celebrating with you all. I've had each and every one of you in my class, either the physical classroom or the virtual one, and that's our first MBA graduating class where I can say that. Where I can say that I am better at my profession, and I understand more about my field by virtue of having interacted with and learned from each and every one of you and your experiences that you've had in your life. It is really uniquely special. particularly because I see many of you early in the program, and now I see you here at the end of it, and I know that you have all become even stronger, more capable professionals since the last time that we were in class together. So when we talk in my class about how it's not really reasonable to expect employees to leave their emotions out of work, I can definitely say that it would be impossible for me to do that today, looking at all of you. It's just that I'm so proud to be the one to be here to read your names, to recognize you as you walk across the stage to be hooded. The hooding of graduate students to mark their success in completing their degrees is a long-standing academic ritual. It's one of those things that exemplifies the strong culture of academia. A little bit quirky, a little bit confusing since the hood doesn't actually cover your head, but completely about honoring excellence and achievement. And it signifies that in earning your degree, you've done something that only a small amount of other people have done. Your hood proudly exhibits the traditional color for a business degree, the always lovely drab in the front, and it also has the merited colors along the back of the hood. Now, I will say the physical hooding part here does get a little bit complicated. I promise you that we will still give you your degree even if it doesn't go exactly right. After all, we usually do give you a chance to practice something before we make you do it on the test. So maybe we should have given you just one more homework assignment. On behalf of the faculty of the Meredith College School of Business, we congratulate you on earning your Master of Business Administration. Degrees will officially be conferred on graduates en masse by the president of the college at the commencement next weekend, but tonight we want to take the opportunity to recognize each of you individually with this formal hooding ceremony. And for everyone else, since we have a relatively small group of these exceptional human beings here to recognize tonight, there's no reason to hold your applause to the end, so feel free to celebrate your graduates when they come up. So MBA candidates, you may now stand and come forward as your name is called to be hooded by Dr. I think maybe second row can sit until first row is done. We're not going to make you stand the whole time.
Also photos. Right.
Courtney Allen. Kimberly Anagostopoulos. Carissa Branson. Tasia Bermel. Patrick Christie. Allison Eason. Ansley Freeze. Allison Henning.
Billy's proud!
Catherine Holmes. Claire Jones. Liz Carla Martinez. Lillian Morris. Glenda Polanco. Christopher Rochelle. Charles Shannon Schweitzer. Ava Suzanne Taylor.
That's my sister. Period. Thank you. I wish I had this.
Okay, so while we play musical chairs, one more round of applause for all the graduates. So I'd like to introduce our final speaker for the night to deliver some closing remarks, Dr. Darren Major, who is our MBA director.
Thanks, everyone. I jotted a couple things down here that I wanted to say, but one of the things that I didn't jot down, I'm going to start with. I want to acknowledge and thank Anna Hannah Keaton, she's still relatively new with us. I will never get your title right. Student Support and Events Coordinator, is that right?
Yes.
And she did a fabulous job with setting all this up. A few years ago, just about each one of you stated in an MBA orientation that your purpose for enrolling in our MBA program was to somehow enhance your career aspirations. You applied, you interviewed, submitted a whole bunch of documents, and then more, but then you were admitted. You spent tireless hours in classrooms at night, studying, reading, collaborating, prepping, presenting, debating, etc. You keep going with those words. Only to emerge with this valuable toolbox equipping you to do exactly what you had planned, to pursue the next chapter of your career and perhaps the next one after. When you now examine an organizational conundrum, a challenge, an actual problem, or maybe a need for significant organizational change, you see things differently than before. Both your qualitative and quantitative knowledge bases are aligned to properly evaluate, plan, or maybe even consult. How might your solution to that problem be facilitated, and by whom? How might it impact margins, the multiple stakeholders? How might it be funded? Your toolbox includes management skills, ethics, leadership, a solid understanding of organizational behavior, communication skills, more than you had before, diversity, understanding, accounting, management information systems, finance, marketing, operations, all culminating in a team-oriented capstone course we refer to as strategy. On behalf of the School of Business, and I think I'm going to be the last one to say this tonight, I am honored to say you did it.
Yes.
And to echo Dr. Burks, and to echo Dr. Burke's opening remarks, you indeed have the credentials to go for your next career objective. But no longer as students, MBA candidates. Get that off your resume or your CV. You're going to be, in a week, alumni of Meredith College with an earned Master's of Business Administration. Congratulations.
All right, so I'm gonna make another speech. And some of y'all were worried this was gonna be quiet. This was great. So we are going to adjourn now and let the families reunite with their hooded graduate students. Woo! I know, it's great. Right outside the door is the back. Just to your left, there are some goodies and some drinks and some treats. And we will all see you out there. If you want to get another picture, this is a great time to do. Yes, sir.
If I could just, could all the graduates stay for a group picture really quick?
Yes.
I want to get the class of 22, but everyone else is free to go, and we'll meet you right out.
We'll meet you right out.
Go Suzanne! Back row held it down. Yes, 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 yes. I met him at a very young age when he was like very shy. So you probably can remember me. I'm Katie. Really a lot taller than I thought. Last time I met you,